Good morning. Thank you so much for being here today. Are you happy and content with where you are at right now? Are you? That's a hard question to answer, isn't it? Sometimes it's hard to really know the answer. But I think it's better to not know the answer at all. Not knowing the answer at all. Because a while ago, I was always thought to myself or think that if I ever ended up here, ended up to where I am in life right now, I would be miserable. But for some reason it's not. And things turn out probably the worst way possible. I'm not trying to, make it seem like I'm a victim, but just sometimes things happen, life, and it make you feel like you wanna give up. But I feel like at that exact moment you decide that no, I'm gonna stick around and see. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn so much about yourself. Somehow this inner strength of you to keep going, to stay persistent, and I think it's not something that we were taught in school, but just by going through things and I think if everything went right, if everything happened the way that I want them to, I wouldn't be here where I am today. And yes, if I look back, there's countless things that I wanted to change, that I wanted to do differently. Have you ever looked back to the past, or even yesterday, or even just 5-10 minutes ago, an hour ago, wishing that you could go back in time and do it differently? Wishing you could have told that girl, that guy, differently, showing up differently, saying differently, or even just took a chance to just say, I like you. Would you like to hang out? You wish you could go back in time and had the courage to say it right. Or go back in time and make different choices, a different decision, and your life would have been so much better now. You ever had that thought? I'm sure we all do. And it's a hard one to sit with. Because our brain, our mind, always think of what could have been, but not really think of what is the worst thing that could happen. But at the same time, this present moment is all that we have. think we find it hard to accept the reality for what it is. And just not be so hard on ourselves. And instead, be thankful for all the things that we have. And be thankful for waking up for another day. What time is it? 4:01 a.m. Yes. I've been up since 3 o'clock. I couldn't go back to sleep. Just because I just can't help it. You know, just one of those days when you just it's like, have you ever, getting ready to go on a big trip as a little kid, or tomorrow you're going on a date, or something big is happening, or you're having a something that you were excited or looking forward to happen, and you can't sleep the night before. Yeah, that kind of night. And yeah. And I feel like this is the so extraordinary things about us human. It just, we have all of these thoughts and beliefs and way of thinking, and it just isn't that so weird that we're these being inside this meat suit, having all these conscious thoughts. And it just, I don't know, it's kind of crazy to me that we're even be here. Gosh, I'm having all this life existence crisis, and it's just weird, like you're listening to this, for some reason you choose to click on this episode and listen to this, and it sounds so boring, and yet you're still here. You must be a weird one, and what make us who we are? This conscious thought that is inside of us, that's thinking. And I'm sure you listen to this, there may be something that you're interested in, even though I haven't been talking about anything interesting. Do you find it hard to sit in silence, in this quietness? But for some reason, I'm slowly getting used to it. There were a study in 2024, I think, at the university or college something. They had this study that the participants get to choose to get electrocuted or sit in silence for a period of time. I think 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I can't remember. But the majority of people chose to be electrocuted, get an electric shock, then sit in silence with their mind for a short period of time. Isn't that crazy? Especially in nowadays where we're being bombarded with all these technology, these social medias, all these things. It's just keeping us occupied, you know. And I've learned that when you pull out your phone, get on social media, doing something that keep you occupied, you get dopamine from it. You know, you swipe on your phone, you swipe. You get dopamine from it. But I think the problem is that when we do it too much, our dopamine, it get overload. And when we get off it, you feel this drop of dopamine and you're like, fuck. Have you ever smoked weed? Or, you know, alcohol? Or, you know, weed's better. Or, you know, some kind of drug. Like you get so high, it feels good. And then when it's dying down, when it goes away, and you're like, oh, gosh, now I feel like shit. You know, it's kind of like that with you watching TV, social media, or what else? Video games, or, you know, things that make you feel good in the moment, that make you like flying up into the sky. And then when you stop doing it, then you drop all the way down, even lower than the baseline you were before. You feel like crap. And I think that's the problem with the modern societies. And then I am guilty of that too. You know, I do that. But lately I've been trying to do things differently. And I feel different. I feel less anxious. Even though everything seems like they're crumbling down. And the older version of me, if I was going through what I'm going through right now, I'll be numbing myself with alcohol every night. But the version of me right now, no, I'm okay. I went to the beach last night by myself. Well, it was like 8 o'clock, but it was bright outside. It was not like dark at all. Went on a walk. And I realized that I've been living here for 4 years. And I've only been out there a couple of times. Isn't that crazy? And it was beautiful. It was peaceful. Even though there were a lot of people. And I felt a little insecure a little bit at first because I was there by myself while everyone having fun with their loved ones, their friends, their, you know, significant others. It was just me walking on the beach by myself. But then I look up into that beautiful sky. The waves keep on coming in. And I realized that none of it was that serious. None of the things that I'm telling you right now is that serious either. Whether tonight, tomorrow, you're going on a date with that beautiful girl, with that beautiful guy, or handsome guy, or whether you're gonna go into your interview tomorrow or today, whether you get married tomorrow or, something that significant to you, and it makes you feel like, oh, I gotta be in my best behavior. I gotta, and you have all this pressure that building inside of you. I want it to be a reminder that it is not that serious. You go out into nature and you just observe it. But it's gonna take time. That's what I found yesterday. In the silence. I didn't bring the headphone with me. I didn't have to occupy myself, my brain, keeping it busy, listening to something, because I was so afraid of the voices that would come up when there's nothing distracting me from hearing them. What I found was nothing. It was just that beautiful sky that I was looking at. It's so extraordinary that we're living in this planet, this rock that rotating, turning, and floating in this universe into somewhere. I don't know. Who knows? With these conscious being and we're just so worked up and worried about things that'll come in, and not realizing that even just being alive right now is a miracle. And to realize that you don't have to make it. You don't have to have it all figured out. To be like, oh, finally feel a sense of completion, a sense of contentment with yourself. Have you ever told yourself, oh, I'll finally be happy once I got it all figured out. Once I got a degree, once I got that relationship, once I got that marriage, that house, that car, that job, title, whatever it is. For some reason we keep on delaying it. And not allowing it to happen now, here, in the mess. And that's what I've learned from all these things, that even when you're going through a hard time in life, a shit period of your life, even when you're feeling like you want to give up and there's nothing to hold on to, still, you can find peace and contentment there too. Just gotta have the will to walk away from the things that you do when you're down. And it's hard, but usually I'll be going home and watching TV, or maybe drink alcohol, or play video games, or even jerking off. things that you do when you feel down, you feel like life is just shit. But what I've learned is that when you just have the will to walk away, just find the courage to just do something different. Find the courage to just sit still with yourself and face your thought. Face the silence. It's gonna be uncomfortable, very, very uncomfortable. But what I found is just this sense of just peace. This feeling that it's not really that serious. Whatever it is that I'm chasing, it is not that serious. We all gonna die one day, and whether you make an enormous amount of impact, whether you leave this world a better place or not, it won't matter. Maybe a million years from now, the earth's gonna explode, the sun is gonna, evaporate, or whatever it is. It won't matter. Why does it matter now? What with the need of taking things so serious? What if none of this is that serious? What if it's not that serious? Oh gosh, it's over 20 minutes. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.